I can teach you this arrangement of the song Something in the Way She Moves by the Beatles. I really can. First, listen to it. Okay, well, so first off, I think that's a really nice guitar arrangement for this song. And originally the song was in the key of C. We're doing it in the key of G here. Now, I originally came up with this idea because it fits my voice better, okay? But the reason we're doing it here is because it's going to fit this whole how to learn to play acoustic guitar series that I'm doing. Because in G, we're going to cover the scales and the chord progressions and the music theory in this key. So this is going to be one example that we're going to use. Now, a good way to think of this to start, okay, is we're going to play the open third string, the open second string, and then we're going to put our third finger in the first fret of the first string. It's a nice chord. Listen to this. Okay, so a G chord, actually, okay? So the idea about it is, when you get started on the guitar, you think of G as that full chord, which is one version of it. But there are many possible G chords on the guitar. Okay, but this one, third string open, second string open, first string, third fret. Okay, so then let's say we were to strum that twice. Then what we're going to do is we're going to move the third fret of the first string down to the second fret of the first string. Maybe I'll play this with my second finger. So second fret, first string. Okay, and then we're going to go down another fret on the first string to the first finger. So let's review that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, now just a note about this. I remember I learned so much when I taught my son guitar. He was like 12 years old. He didn't want to learn music theory, so I decided to teach it to him little bit by little bit. And it was really a good experience for me because it's the way that you really should learn music theory. Now watch this. If we did the G scale, we did in a previous video. Whoops. So there's your G scale. Now, if we numbered these notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So the first chord has the 8th note in it, and the second chord goes down 1, has the 7th in it. And it's called G major 7 for that reason. Now we go down another half step. that becomes a flatted seventh. Okay, we call that G7. So, like for instance, if you took in all that music theory and you understood that and learned that, that would be, wow, several big steps. Now, I am doing a picking pattern that's going to help a lot. So instead of strumming, we could go like this. Now watch this. Thumb, index, thumb, index. So thumb, third string, open. Index, third fret, first string. Then thumb, open, second string, followed by the index again on the first string. So watch. Thumb, index, thumb, index. Now, check this pattern out. This would be a really good one to learn. It's actually a Travis pick pattern. When we get into Travis picking, I call this the Travis roll. So this is a great one to learn. Two finger style. So probably for most of you, if you're not used to the finger picking, you'd want to just practice that for a few days. Now, luckily enough, if you've got a pick, you can do that same pattern with a pick. Look at this. 3, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1. Okay, so watch how this arrangement is going to unfold. Okay, and now we're going to go to a C chord. Okay, now this is a step harder. So we're going to the third fret of the fifth string, play with the thumb, and then the index finger is going to play the open first string. Then the thumb plays the first fret of the second string. So it's a bit of a stretch there, but it's a C chord, right? We all know this chord. So fifth string, first string, second string, first string. So sounds like this. Might be something to practice separately again. My students know this. My way of practicing the guitar and the way to learn the guitar really well is to be able to just break this stuff down so that you're doing one step at a time. If you try to play a song that's like this song is probably a harder arrangement than the previous ones. If you try to just play this the whole way through, it's just going to make it really hard. Okay, C. Okay, now I do throw a passing tone in. But it's not necessary, okay? But there it is. It's the second fret of the fifth string. By the way, I have a chart for this whole thing. I will chart this out, but you can see if you're following along now that you've got this already. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Okay, next chord, A major. Now here, I'm actually just playing 3 strings again. So open, fifth string, second fret, second string with my first finger. Pinky's got the fifth fret of the first string. It's A major chord. Really nice. And then it's going to go to a D chord. So okay, now I might throw in a melody there. So it's second fret, first string, pull off to the open first string to the third fret of the second string. Let me review this right from the beginning of that verse that we had. Okay, or we can just go D. Now, we go to E minor. Now, again, E minor we think of this way, big chord. we're just going to put our second finger in the second fret of the fourth string there, and we're going to play the fourth string, the second string open, and the third string open. So watch. Thumb, index again. Now watch this. Okay, now I got it. So what's going to happen, the big picture is we're going to have E minor, and we're going to go down one fret at a time. So we're going to go from second fret fourth string to first fret of the fourth string to open fourth string, and then the last in that series, it's going to go to the fourth fret of the fifth string. So let's review this. You know, a fun way to practice that you can make a little game out of it. It's actually a descending chromatic scale because those notes are going down chromatically. So, from the A chord to D. So we're going to do this. Okay, now it's thumb, index twice on each one. Again. So, you know, just as an example, like that little sequence there, that would be worth practicing separately. I could make a whole song out of this. It's nice. You know, this little segment is actually in a bunch of different songs. Now, the way I really played it was this E minor, I put the third fret of the first string on the top. So watch this. So that's really nice. Now, here's the thing. If I play the third fret of the first string, that's the note G. So it's in the E minor chord. It's a doubling. So, and I do the same thing. Thumb, index twice. Down in the bass by one. And then, well, actually on the third one, I went up to the seventh fret. So I went from the third fret of the first string up to the seventh fret. Now watch this. Third fret. I'm going to go up to the seventh fret. Look how convenient that is. When I go to the open, it makes it easy. Now I'm back to the open. Okay, then this lick. Okay, a way to play this. C. For now, you could even strum it. So strum from the fifth string to the first. And then there's your open first string, third fret, first string, back to the open first string. Then a B flat chord. Okay, that's a little easier than what I actually played, but it to D7 to G. So C to B flat to D7 to G. Now, I've got that all on here. Okay, so let's take a look at this. This could be a PDF. I've got this. I can mail it to you if you want. Now, that lick, dum ba da 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 da. I'd learn that as just all opens first. So it's the open first string to the third fret of the first string. Arrow brings you to the open first string. So dum bum bum. First fret, second fret, third fret. Okay, now when you do it with chords, it's this C chord here going to this little B flat chord here. Probably for a lot of you a new chord. I'm fingering it third finger, third fret, third string, fourth finger, third fret, second string, first finger, first fret, first string. and then it goes to this D7. So it's C, B flat, D, and then right back to the beginning. Okay? Now, what I did was I did that picking the first time through. Right? Which I showed you. And the second time through, I strummed it. Now, what you might want to add then is that low G for the bass. Okay, so the third fret of the sixth string is G. Now watch this strumming. Bass, down, up, down. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so it's like twice. Now, this strumming it's a new strumming pattern we haven't done yet, but it's a rudiment. Bass, down, up, down. And we can play the whole verse this way. Really nice. There we go. Anyway, I think that it's a really nice arrangement. I think there's an awful lot of information in there. So what you might want to do if you're really trying to learn this is maybe watch parts of this video over and over to get it. But boy, it's a great song, and it's my pleasure to be able to share that with you.